Hello, everyone, and welcome back again to the 80s Movie Den. Before I start part two of my Christmas movie watch, I just wanted to briefly discuss some of the upcoming episodes that I have planned in the next several weeks and months. So, I'd like to do a 8 to 10 part series. It's going to be centered around the 1980s. I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be 8 or 10. We'll see how that goes. If it catches on, it'll be something that I do on a weekly basis, or I might just splash in an episode here and there as we move along. I think it's going to be something you'll enjoy. A lot of times when I think about what kind of episodes I want to put out, I think to myself, is it something that I would be interested in watching? And those of you that are like-minded and love the 1980s and pop culture and movies, I would imagine that it would be something that you'd like to check out. So that's usually kind of how I go through my thought process of what kind of episodes I want to release. So yeah, I have an 8 to 10 part series lined up. I'm also going to do more music reviews. I got some nice feedback on my albums that I did, the Michael Jackson Thriller album and the Born in the USA album from Bruce Springsteen that I did yesterday. So, thanks for the feedback on that one as well. I've got some more albums lined up that I'd like to review. So, music reviews. I've got some 80s memorabilia that I'd like to highlight and review as well as some more VHS movies, some DVDs, some television shows, some more WWF stuff. I'd like to do a few episodes on some sports as well of the 1980s. So I've got that planned. A whole bunch of fun stuff coming up in the next several weeks and months. And I'm looking forward to it. Also, room tour. I've got a room tour planned that's going to take place very shortly, early in the new year. I know that early on I had a few comments about a room tour, and some viewers were looking forward to seeing it. And Mike D, this room tour is going to be for you. I just wanted to make sure that everything was in place before I did one. Those of us that have rooms like this, they're constantly changing, right? You're moving things, you're shifting things around, and but I'm kind of happy with where everything is at the moment. So we'll go for a little tour around the room. We'll get into the review. I watched 3 movies this week. It's a franchise. I learned that I didn't know much about it, and I learned that I never actually watched any of these movies all the way through from beginning to end. I don't think ever, which is interesting. And they're not go-to movies for me. Not to say that they're not good movies. They were fun to watch. But I've got a short list. I'm a Christmas movie snob, I guess. I don't know. But I do. I have a short list of go-to comfort zone movies for Christmas that I watch. And I don't own a lot of Christmas movies. So it was interesting watching them. But they wouldn't be movies that, there's certain movies that it's just like, I got to put that in. That's a Christmas movie I have to watch, right? And I make time for it. These ones, not so much, but they were good. So Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. So part 1 was released in 1994, which is crazy to think that that's going to be 30 years. He does a great job in this movie. He plays a divorced father. He's got his son, Christmas Eve. Santa falls, gets hurt on their roof. Of course, he jokingly puts on, he dons the suit, and with that comes the Santa Claus. So he's basically thrust into the role that he has to fulfill it. So, and from there it just takes off, and it becomes quite the adventure. yeah, so Tim Allen was kind of right in the heart of his home improvement series at this point. So he was on quite a roll, and he was quite busy doing these movies as well as the show. But yeah, fun movie. Part 2 was released in 2003. So interesting that there was such a gap between these two movies. I'm not sure why that is. But he finds out that his son's on the naughty list. A whole new, group of characters were introduced in this film. Again, an adventure. He does a good job in this film also. And trying to navigate, through his role and try to figure out how to, basically get his son off the naughty list. So that's part 2. Part 3 was released in 2006. This was the introduction of Martin Short as Jack Frost. Yeah, again, more of the same kind of stuff, wacky adventure. They both played off of each other very well in this movie. Martin Short, I really enjoy him as well. A fellow Canadian. He does a great job working with Tim Allen on this movie. So, Santa Claus 3. So, it has to be said, not my most favorite week of the Christmas movie watch. The next couple of weeks are going to be a little bit more, a lot of the movies that I have lined up are part of my short list of movies, my go-tos for Christmas year after year. But yeah, that'll be it for this movie review. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. I've got more videos coming. Next Saturday, I've got another review coming that's a little bit different, as well as another Christmas movie review. Keep an eye out for the shorts that I put out. And yeah, we'll see you next week. This has been the 80s Movie Den, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one.